Another day with tons of bananas. I made a Sprouts order. I asked for 12 singular bananas and they brought me 12 pounds of bananas, and that was like a week ago. So yes, we ate a lot of them, like ready to go and just ate it. However, a lot of them are super duper ripe. So yesterday I baked about half of them, or like did something with half of them, and today I'm gonna do the same. Okay, so with my first two bananas, I'm gonna make some like healthy banana bread cookies. They are only 2 ingredient. We tried them out and it is amazing. All right, so we've got our mashed bananas, and then the only other ingredient is some almond flour. Okay, so here is the end result. Aliyah, lolly loli. Lolly loli. Okay, I added 3 cups of almond flour, and like, I'm going to tell you, as you're adding it, you're going to think it's way too much. Ultimately, though, it's not really supposed to be sticky. Like, I should be able to get it off my fingers, so I think that's pretty good. Like, it's not leaving a lot of residue on my hand. It honestly feels kind of like Play-Doh. It's kind of fun. So we're going to make little cookies out of this banana almond flour mixture.
Help.
She wants to help. You're going to help me make cookies?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we do, Iya?
Roll it.
Roll it. And then what?
Put it on the pan.
Squish it. Put it on the pan. All right. Look at those yummy cookies. Did you help me? Yeah. What do we do? Roll it. And squish it. And put it on the pan. Get it in the oven as fast as you can. Pat, pat, pat. And then, totally optional, but super yummy, you can add some chocolate chips on top. So the last 2 things I'm wanting to do with all the bananas is make some like healthy breakfast banana bars, as well as I'm hoping to be able to make some like frozen banana pops. However, I don't know if these bananas have gone like too long. I'm hoping to find some that look like decent where I can freeze them and the kids still think they look appetizing. So we'll see how many I am able to find. All right, the kids were getting restless, so we're taking a little nature break, and then we'll get back to baking. I think we've had Sky like a month now, and she is part Siberian Husky and the other half German Shepherd, and she is the sweetest thing. We took her to the vet. We got her all checked out. She is good to go, and she has just really been blending in with our family super well. Really good with the babies. Aaliyah here was a little scared of her at first, but she's getting a hang of the doggy. Yeah, she'll be like, doggy whipped me, instead of just crying as soon as the dog came towards her. You can see a dog in somebody's doorway. Alright, so kind of forgot about our cookies on our little nature walk, but that's okay. I don't really think that they're too overdone. This one over here was a little more brown than I expected, but they look really yummy. So there you go, a tiny little 2-ingredient cookie. Okay, so I am finally moving on to the banana bars, like the breakfast bars. So I doubled the recipe, but essentially you're gonna have like 1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla. You're gonna have 3 tablespoons of either butter. I used oil so that it can be dairy free. 2 tablespoons of any form of milk. I also used almond milk so it's dairy free. Then 3 whole bananas, and 1/3 of a cup of coconut sugar. All that's going into my blender now. I'm going to show y'all something that I like to do especially if it's a blender recipe. This won't work if you're mashing with a fork, but it will work in a blender, and that is I actually add half the bananas of the recipe with a peel still on them, because there are amazing nutrients in the peel itself, including fiber as well as very high sources of potassium and antioxidants. So I just like to get that in when I can, and when you blend it up, you won't even be able to tell. So here are our dry ingredients: a cup of flour, it's half a teaspoon of baking soda, a fourth a teaspoon of salt, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And then we're going to add that to our wet ingredients and mix it on up. Fold in some chocolate chips and you're good to go. Gonna bake it at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so for the banana pops, I was able, you can see back there, to get about 10 bananas that look fairly decent, and we're about to cover them in some chocolate sauce so no one will be any wiser. So I'm gonna show y'all though my homemade dairy-free chocolate sauce that we're gonna dip them into. Here we have a cup of almond butter, half a cup of coconut oil, half a cup of maple syrup, and then I'm about to add in 3 tablespoons of some cacao powder. All right, and just a little hack, I do like to put the chocolate sauce in something that's deep and not as wide, because it's a lot easier to dip your bananas in there and make sure that they are fully coated. I think I'm just gonna put the browner side in the chocolate, and then, oh no, it's super ripe. And then put them right over there. And then we're actually gonna, I like to put some stuff on them and then we'll freeze them. For toppings, I've got some sweet cacao nibs. I didn't want to throw these away. We ate them, but there's a bunch of crumbs at the bottom. So I'm gonna use those as well as some chia seeds. All right, there we go. I think that shredded coconut would be delicious as well, but I don't have any. But we just put them in the freezer until they are frozen.